Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. I'm Stephanie Quinu. Time right now is 2:27 Eastern, 11:27 Pacific. And I do want to also branch out to some international news. You're taking a live look at the border between Israel and Gaza. Israel's military says its forces recovered 6 bodies in an overnight operation in southern Gaza without saying when or how they died. These are the bodies of 6 hostages kidnapped by Hamas. Now, Hamas says some captives have been killed and wounded in Israeli airstrikes, though returning hostages have talked about difficult conditions, including lack of food or medications. The recovery of the remains is also a blow to Hamas, which hopes to exchange hostages for Palestinian prisoners, an Israeli withdrawal, and a lasting ceasefire. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said, quote, "Our hearts ache for the terrible loss." There were no immediate reports of any casualties among Israelis or Palestinians in the recovery operation. Hamas is still believed to be holding around 110 hostages captured on October 7th. Israeli authorities estimate around a third are dead. Now, this comes as U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken met with fellow mediators in Egypt and Qatar today to continue working towards a ceasefire in the war in Gaza, despite resistance from Hamas and Israel. In a new statement, Hamas called the latest proposal a, quote, reversal of what it agreed to previously and accused the U.S. of accepting what it called, quote, new conditions from Israel. There was no immediate U.S. response. Netanyahu, meanwhile, told relatives of hostages in Gaza that a key goal is to preserve our strategic security assets in the face of great pressures from home and abroad. He noted the capture of a narrow buffer zone along the Gaza-Egypt border that Israel calls the Philadelphia corridor. Neither Hamas nor Egypt wants an Israeli presence there. And so we did want to share the very latest out of the Middle East as we continue to cover all developments, as Israel's military says its forces have recovered the bodies of 6 hostages in an overnight operation in southern Gaza, not saying, though, when or how they died.